Hello everybody. This is an astrological forecast for Leo for July of 2012. And this also applies if you have a Leo ascendant. First thing to say to my dear Leos is happy birthday for those of you that have birthdays this month. I wish you a really happy, joyful, prosperous and successful year ahead. So what does this month have in store for you? Well, first thing to say is that Mercury, planet of communication, travel, technology, goes retrograde this month on the 15th of the month until August 7th. And it's in your sign, Leo. So you can expect to have maybe some minor irritations for the last couple of weeks of the month connected with communication. Maybe you need to repeat yourself. Maybe you need to redo something. There could be some misunderstandings. I would suggest that before the Mercury retrograde, what you do is you back up your hard drive, you make sure that you've got all your passwords safe and you know what they are, or you change your passwords to make your security on, especially if you do online banking or anything with credit cards online, make sure that your security is protected. If your car needs repairing, you've got to do some repairs. Get them done before Mercury goes retrograde. Because as I say, Mercury is just minor annoyances. It's very rarely something major, but do get important documents signed, any deals done before Mercury goes retrograde. When it goes retrograde, then that's a wonderful time for doing research. It's also a good time for completing something that's been outstanding for a long time. So maybe you've been trying to sell a house, or you've been trying to get a business going, or you wanted to get into a relationship for a long time. Well, if you've been taking action and you've really been moving towards those goals, during the retrograde, very often things can come to fruition, especially with it being in your first house. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of things that you've been waiting for finally happen, and especially with it being your birthday month. This is a month when it's important towards the end of the month to do things that you really like, something for you, something special for Leo, the royalty, my kings and queens of the zodiac, because that's what you really are, Leos. When you're expressing yourself in your fullest, you're ruled by the sun and you're the sunshine. When a Leo really is expressing themselves, it's like having a burst of sunshine walking into a room. And with the sun coming into your sign, it's a very powerful time for you to move forward in a very optimistic way. Talking of optimism, the second, third week of the month, we've got Jupiter conjunct Venus in your 11th house. This is a time for meeting new people, wonderful time to meet people from abroad, from all over the world. Good time for being with friends, for socializing, good time for expanding on your dreams, your wishes. And what better time to do it now during this birthday time that's coming up. And also for many of you next month as well. But it's an optimistic time. You might have a sudden windfall. You might have a new relationship come into your life, particularly the middle of the month. Now, the third week of the month, we have an opposition from Mars to Uranus, from your third to your ninth house. This could mean you disagree with somebody very strongly. There could be a real discussion, a debate that bursts out. There's a lot of tension there. You may find that your beliefs change, or you really feel that somebody is expressing something that you are dead against, and you need to get your emotions and your feelings out. It could be very strong, some very strong speaking out to be done, and you may feel very impatient about what is being expressed or said to you by somebody. We've also got, in the last week of the month, we have a trine from Saturn to Venus, from your third house to your 11th house. So this is a really good time, and I would say for any of you Leos, Saturn in that third house with Mars and trine to Venus, wonderful time for any kind of serious study. Anything that involves a serious study that will give you a qualification, will give you more self-confidence in a particular area. It's a really wonderful time to do that, to really sign up for something where you can maybe move into a new career direction. Because we do have Pluto in your 6th house of work, so many of you are transforming how you see work, what you want from your work, what you need from your work on a daily basis. And this is a slow process, but all month we've still got this square of Pluto to Uranus from your 6th to your 9th houses. So many of you are questioning what you're here for. What is my destiny path? What am I supposed to be doing? Am I doing the right kind of work? Is this my vocation? And many of you are awakening. Yes, you're awakening maybe to security on the one hand, and stepping out and taking a risk and going for what you love. Because Leos, you need to be doing what you love. You are ruled by the heart. If you don't do what you, because Leo rules the heart, this is why it's connected with heart attacks and these kind of things. If you're not doing what you love, then the heart closes down. If you're not around people that you love, the heart also dies a little. So this is about bringing out that which you love, especially connected with your career and your life direction. And it will be a period of evolution, but certainly maybe some rude awakenings for you. It's time for you to wake up, maybe to an entirely new direction. And we've got Mars changing on the 4th of the month from your 2nd house to your 3rd house. So again, really go out after studying, learning more. Be proactive, be ready to study, to learn, to teach, to share what it is that you know with your heart. I wish you a very happy birthday. For those of you that have birthdays this month, you might want to have a solar return reading about what this month holds in store for you, or a reading, or ask me a question. Whatever it is, I'm always delighted to hear from you. And thank you for voting on my videos and for passing them out far and wide. I appreciate it greatly. Have a great month. Bye for now.